Hello everybody, Xyno here, and I gotta say, Sonic's channel that's been dropping more and more bits and pieces to Sonic Frontiers, the combat, the story elements, the cutscenes, the music, all those themes have been finally melding together to make me want to make this kind of prediction. And the more and more they release it, the more and more I feel like it's going to be true, but we can't really tell until the game comes out. So this is probably my perfect time to make this prediction. And this is actually a really bad way to structure the video. It's not a prediction. Actually, I'm lying. It's more of, this is what I feel like the game is going to mirror in terms of its entire theme. Theme is probably, that's not even the right word, but I hope you get what I'm meaning when I actually say that Sonic Frontiers is probably going to play like a Kingdom Hearts game. It's going to feel like a Kingdom Hearts game, probably with the story. I feel like it's going to be confusing. It's probably just because we're not getting enough information, but the way they're setting up the cutscene, where Sonic gets dumped, how are these people getting captured, we're not learning any of that. Whoever this person is being so vague and mysterious, it just gives me this Kingdom Heartsy vibes. And let me tell you right now, I have played everything up to 3. Pretty much everything, or learned the story of everything up to 3. I haven't played 3 yet, but Kingdom Hearts 3, anything before that, I have figured out a way to make that understandable to me. So let me tell you, that's what I'm trying to figure out with Sonic Frontiers. This is going to feel like exactly like a Kingdom Hearts game with Sonic elements. And I hate saying that word because the word elements, when I'm describing a video game, really sounds like a marketing term, but you understand what I mean when I say Sonic elements, as in like his level structure, his gameplay styles. When you're not fighting hordes of enemies, you will be running through those zones, and hopefully what they revealed as those special stages that we'll be running through won't be the only kinds of Sonic-like zones that they will have in the game. Hopefully they'll have a bunch of other things that are Sonic-like in structure, like the Sonic Boost formula is probably the best way I can describe it. Sonic's Boost formula level style will probably be proliferate throughout a couple other areas, but those little retro throwback style zones are probably what they were marketing. Now, if I were them, I wouldn't have shown off those stuff first, if that's the case. If that's all what they have to harken back to Sonic's Boost formula design, wow, I'm using these quotes a lot. That's not a lot of Sonic-like gameplay. I gotta stop using these stupid quotes. It's not gonna be a lot of Sonic-style gameplay for that. It's gonna be a huge departure of what we're used to. Is this for the better? Depends. It depends on how well the rest of the gameplay flows, because the biggest thing we have to accommodate is we have to pretend like no other type of Sonic gameplay style exists for us to make this feel better. And I hate that word too. I hate a lot of things that I say here because it's a lot of realizations. But we can't compare this to Sonic Adventure 2. We can't compare this to Sonic Generations. This is its own thing entirely, and the way it's going to move, feel, play, and story is going to flow through is going to be, I feel like, completely brand new. This is why they were probably taking so long to actually make a different game. But that was the ultimate thing I really wanted to throw out there, because I really want to see if anybody else agrees with me. If you want to make a little discussion on if it acting like a Kingdom Hearts game is a cool thing for the Sonic franchise to do. And if it's true anyway. We'll find out when the game comes out, like I've said before. But if it ends up being that way, I have a feeling that's a good direction to go for Sonic. It's faster paced fantasy style combat. And you see something like that in Kingdom Hearts when Sora goes like in his 3 or 4 or 5 different forms. I think he gets more in 3. I don't know. I have to buy the PC version and play it eventually. But having that fast kind of wow, I'm literally making noises right now. That fast kind of combat style I feel like works instead of just homing attack, boom, you kill them, or boost through them. Which does remind me, I have to look through the footage again. I don't think Sonic can boost through an enemy in this game. He has to homing attack them or initiate a combat state to get that done. But nonetheless, this is something that I just keep talking about in my brain. Like, I have a conversation with myself on how this would work as a continued franchise, because they're definitely going to have to sink or swim with this experiment that they're doing with the Sonic franchise. Like, do you think if this game ends up succeeding, which you can argue that Sonic Forces succeeded at least sales-wise, but Sonic Forces succeeded in that way, they will continue to build off of that, or will they do what Sonic does every single time and renew the gameplay style or gimmick or whatever you would want to call it? Because it's hard to say that this game is gimmicky because there's so much different than what they've had for other games. Like, you could argue Sonic Unleashed has had the boost formula since Sonic Unleashed. That worked all the way up until Sonic Forces. Now, Sonic Lost World was like a hybrid, and you didn't boost through it necessarily, but it wasn't like as far as a departure control-wise from that boost style level structure and stuff like that, other than the fact that you chained homing attacks weirder and you had to kick, and the parkour feature. That was the gimmick of the level. This is an entirely different, like, wipe. Sonic does boost, but it's not like invincible moving boost. You kill enemies, but you don't just gain them for boost power. You gain, as far as I can tell, they hide it, but you can kind of tell the game's elements sprinkle a HUD if the HUD was there. There's like a boost experience point meter, health meter. Your rings probably delve into some sort of economy. You're in an open world. Technically, Sonic has never done that. You can argue Sonic Adventure has done something similar, but those are not necessarily open world. They're just big areas to explore, and you're not like timed or scored on anything. So there's that. Things like that have just been like a huge change, and I hope that we can find a way to evolve off of this. I think one major thing I'm concerned about, I just wanted to tack this on at the end because I thought about it while thinking of these other things. I'm a little concerned in terms of the world building, because they say Sonic lands on a forgotten island. You saw those weird little stone creatures he's saving. We don't even know if they're adding to something nefarious or not. His friends get captured. We don't even know how his friends ended up there. The initial cutscene in the reveal trailer obviously showed Sonic running through something that could have been after they landed, and he lost contact with Tails and Amy, I think, are the major side characters of the story, if you look through some of the descriptions. But I'm worried about world building, because there may be a lot of stuff to do in that world, but will it feel alive? Like, I could even argue Breath of the Wild doesn't do this 100% very well. Not as well as something like Skyrim. Skyrim's more condensed in terms of NPCs and things to talk to and lifelike worlds, but Breath of the Wild did have other Hylians in civilizations doing stuff. Now, is this island completely, like, deserted to the point where these are the only creatures that beside there? Kind of harkens me back to the thought of that one thing, that cat island around Japan somewhere, where it's literally just like an abandoned island just with a bunch of feral wild cats. Is Sonic going to land on an island like that, and you won't really have anything else to do other than kill these creatures and save the planet and or the world? That's my only concern, because I do like world building, and I have a feeling they're going to really lean back on that because it's a Sonic game. But going back to the Kingdom Hearts thing, what do you guys think? Do you think that's going to end up looking like that? Because I feel like it's going to end up looking like that. You're going to unlock combos through leveling up, skill point systems. If you play Kingdom Hearts, you can tell how you can re-equip different abilities to the maximum limit where you did. Will you be able to have party members? That's probably too much for Sonic Frontiers, in my opinion, especially with what they've shown and how close the game is to coming out. I'm pretty sure this is another Sonic-only playable game. But I still think they are going with that kind of formula to operate into the open world system. And where the hell is Shadow? I want to know where Shadow is. Because he's cool. I want to play Shadow in like that combat system. That looks like Shadow was built for that. Like, he kind of had that in Sonic 06. I'm rambling at this point. But, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the idea, and I want to know if you guys agree, and maybe we can talk about it in the comments below or something like that. But, doing the usual, like, subscribe. Don't turn that notification bell on unless you really, really like me, because that's how you know you get those actual push notifications. I don't know how people can have so many of those turned on. I think I have like 3 out of my hundreds of subscriptions. But rambling again. See you guys later. Don't trip in a rock. Xyno's out of here.